first of all, the overall energy I'm picking up across the two spreads is there's greatly energies here about you wanting to, have more fun, wanting to experiment a little bit, not so much in the relationship sector, but more like, doing things, re-injecting passion into your relationships, or even finding new projects, new things to work on that can really be invigorating and inspiring for you. Wanting to try something new, wanting to explore other options, okay? In the relationship sector, there are a lot of date nights. So I feel like this is a week where the partner is upping the ante and the partner is very much devoted to you and they're planning the dates. They're setting the time. They're making the dinner reservations. And I feel like, all you need to do is just show up. And on the receiving end, I feel like for others of you, there's like long weekend trips, getaway, traveling with a partner, sightseeing with a partner, going to a place where there is potentially water, camping, just enjoying the outdoors. And I do see some beaches for some of you, like picnics at the beach, and even riding a horse at the beach. So either way, there are a lot of dates that are one after the other that are planned. And especially for those in solid relationships, this is a really, really beautiful week for you to reconnect with your partner, have alone time with your partner, and do really fun outdoorsy things with your partner. What I'm seeing here is you jumping for joy. So the first card embodies your energy, what you're coming into the week with. And we have here the Six of Wands. And this is a card about a lot of career success. It's about your life going in the direction that you want it to go. And I also feel like, jumping for joy, feeling that joy, that childhood buoyancy where you're not plagued by worries, you're not plagued by anxieties. You can kind of let go of your mental energy, the incessant worrying, and just really go along for the ride and have a really good time. So when I mention dates, when it comes to horseback riding, when it comes to going to beaches, going by the lakes, going camping, I feel like this card is indicative of that, moving to a new location and reestablish roots, okay? So I do see a lot of travel and movement happening for you in the relationship sector, where you're coming to meet somebody, somebody's coming to meet you, and I feel as if your partner, we have here, this is the Five of Swords. In this deck, what I'm seeing is they're rearranging a few priorities in their lives in order to make time for you. Okay, so that means you're on the front burner. They really want to prioritize the relationship and they really want to make it work. And so whatever busy energy that they're dealing with, they're reshuffling a few things, rearranging their schedule, rearranging their clients, rearranging their work and other priorities in their life in order to carve out the time to spend with you, in order to, so I feel like there's communication here about, let's get away for the weekend, or are you free this Saturday? Are you free this Sunday? And then they're like, well, I can be free, and they're reshuffling their obligations so that they can make the time to properly be with you. The partner that you're dealing with, it seems like, they're, I see this as the IT person, okay, the computer wizard, or somebody who troubleshoots for a living, somebody who's really, really methodical. Their mind is very well-rounded. They can multitask, and they're very, very good at, juggling multiple things at the same time. Not so much on the relationship front, like they're not juggling multiple people, but I feel like they're just somebody that a lot of people go to, so they're constantly busy. And as a result of that, I feel like they're really carving out the time for you and making plans happen. And this is overall about you having a lot of options that are also available to you. We have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. This is like feeling very, very happy and elated because of the gestures of love that are coming your way. And I feel it's coming about here with the Eight of Pentacles because the partner is putting in the work. The partner is, calling the restaurants, making reservations, booking hotels, booking an Airbnb, and, just like trying to plan some type of a very extravagant or also like a complicated, weekend getaway where you need a mode of transportation, you need an activity, you need clothes, you need the proper reservations, you need like, tickets. So I feel like they're doing a lot and they're going above and beyond in order to please you. And I feel as a result of it, you're feeling very much desired, you're feeling appreciated, and you're feeling like they're putting in a lot of the effort and taking time out of their busy schedule. And whenever someone does that, and they plan things in advance, I feel like it goes a lot to woo over a Virgo in person. And it means a lot to you when someone is very thoughtful and they can, be efficient with time and they really carve out the time for you. So I feel like you're going to be very deeply touched by the efforts that somebody is putting in for this week to move the relationship along. Okay, there's definitely clear logistical information and communication coming through. And at the center of the spread, we have here the Princess of Pentacles. So this is the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody that might not be swimming in a lot of money. Okay, so it might be a partner, it might be a crush, it might be somebody that is, they're not swimming in money. They're not a millionaire or a billionaire, but they see value in the right things. And even if they're not, the richest person in the world, they know how to make their partner feel special. And I see this as like handmade gifts, a physical gift of something that someone is giving to you, vice versa, you to them. But I feel like you're dealing with a partner that doesn't really care about the materialistic things, and they do enough just to show their appreciation. And I feel like they are very thoughtful with their gestures, and they're thoughtful and taking into account what it is that you like so that they can give you what you want. Okay. In terms of singles people, I feel like you have your eyes on somebody, and there's going to be like an offer of a date, or an offer of, do you want to get coffee, an offer of something coming into the picture for you, because you have the wish card, and because your energy is very elated and very buoyant and very happy. So I feel like something is culminating and coming full circle for you, and you're definitely being noticed and being sought out by a romantic crush or a romantic partner. The other thing I'm seeing in the bottom spread here is there is a current situation you've invested a lot of time in. And I feel for many of you, this is projects, this is work, this is a specific geographical location that you're currently in. And I have here the Eight of Cups, which is indicative of, like an 8-month cycle. Okay. And I feel like, you're not a quitter. And so whenever you encounter something new, you work away at it, you chip away at it, you do things to the best of your capabilities. And then towards like this 8-month cycle, maybe even in the August timeframe, you're just like at a point where you feel like, I don't even know if this is suitable for me. I don't know that this is giving me that emotional security. Okay. And I don't know that this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And I don't know if this is the right path that I'm on. And so you have listened to your intuition. There's something nudging you, telling you, telling you that something's off. Okay. And I feel like it could be the people in your work environment. If there are suspicions of, things happening under the radar, things happening behind the scenes, people pulling strings behind the scenes, and they're not being very upfront and honest about the direction of where you're going. So if they're in charge of you, it's like lack of transparency, lack of straightforwardness, lack of certainty when it comes to this project you've been investing a lot of time in, this work environment. And I feel almost like people are not operating at their best. With the Moon card, it can indicate hidden information, or it can indicate somebody who's, dealing with depression, or they have like, I feel self-esteem issue, depression, and I also feel like everyone is in collusion to try to hide certain bad traits in a work environment. And as a result of it, I just feel like the lack of transparency is what really gets to you. You want to have a clear idea of, you know, what lies ahead, because you are a planner and you like to plan a few steps in advance. And so when the future is very muddy and difficult to make out and foggy and just, you know, there's zero visibility, there's zero transparency, it's really hard for you to trust the people that you're working with. And it's really hard for you to feel like you're appreciated, right? Like in contrast to the relationship where someone is putting in a lot of the time and the effort and the work to build something with you, and everything is laid out clearly one by one by one. You trust it. So in opposition to that, in this specific environment, someone might withhold information. There's lack of transparency for sure. And I can't, you know, say more than that. I just feel like you think it's going to go one way and then it goes another way. And you think that you can trust somebody, but they withhold certain pertinent information from you and you don't find out to the last minute. So that it makes it very difficult to plan the next move. And I feel like some of you are moving away from that, okay? And some of you are thinking as well, I'm not emotionally fulfilled here where I am, and I need a change of scenery. I've been plugging away and working away at this and chipping away. And, you know, always, of course, doing things to the best of my capabilities because you are a Virgo. But other people are kind of reliant on me and kind of taking me for granted and kind of not able to think for themselves. You know, they're relying on some other greater power to tell them what to feel, what to do, what to plan, what to strategize, and not really taking the initiative and the ownership for doing the work that they're supposed to do even. And so you're at a point where you do want something new. So this is sort of like checking around to see what's available for you, okay? And at the same time, I feel like you're right here, and what's standing between you and the future is still a lot of confusion. It's like, what do I want to do with my life? What am I really good at? Should I, you know, see a career coach? Should I see a guidance counselor? Should I reach out to somebody just to, you know, have a talk and figure out what my next steps are, what my next moves are? And inevitably, when you're in this mindset and you're trying to manifest new things, if you're able to walk away from where you are, I feel like the universe is bringing you new opportunities, okay? This is usually a housing situation. So they're really urging you as your spiritual advice. Think about where you feel comfortable. Think about where you can find like-minded people. Really think about, you know, the next area that you find yourself living in. Okay? And then branch off from there. So for example, if you are more of a big city type of a more metropolitan person and you're living out in the countryside, right? And you want a change of scenery, you want to think about the big cities that really appeals to you. What does it need to have? Does it need to have diversity? Does it need to have a certain cluster of, you know, like a certain population, a certain cultural group? Does it need to have like, I'm hearing here public transit, like a very efficient public transit? Does it need to have a certain type of weather, climate, whatever it is? Plan out where you want to settle down. And then look for work from that space, from that city, from that geographical location. Because if you were to just, you know, scan your entire horizon, some of you are currently in a really barren environment. It might be dry. There might be not a lot of vegetation, and you're looking for greenery. You're looking for nature. You're looking for something that is a little bit more vibrant. Okay, and vibrancy in terms of economic vibrancy, in terms of like cultural vibrancy, you want an area that's inspiring. You want a place where things are happening, where there are places to go to at night, you know, outdoorsy music scene even. And so work from that space. Don't leave yourself so open-ended where it's really hard to pinpoint a specific, you know, place, but think about, you know, what city is out there that I really want to live in. And then I feel like the work situation is going to come in. So if you start applying for work there, then it's going to come into the picture for you. And then it will allow you to swiftly transition where you are to the next place with a lot more certainty, with a lot more clarity. Okay. I'm seeing allergic reactions, allergies that you might not have suffered from. It's like bubbling up. Okay, so I see like allergies, allergic reactions, sensitivities to food, and I also feel like for those of you who have been I see like poor vision, poor eyesight. So for those of you who are using the computer a lot, who are constantly on your iPhone, who are just up really late at night pulling all-nighters, you need to be very careful about your health, and you need to, strengthen your immune system, okay? Because all of these allergic reactions, it's because of your weakened immune system. So try some things to fortify that, and make sure that you take proper care of your body. I do see upper and lower back pains as well as knee issues as well. So especially if you've been doing a lot of outdoorsy things, and especially lifting weight and getting yourself in shape, you want to make sure you treat your body well and let it rest, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that here, Virgos. I hope the reading is helpful for you guys.